Welcome back to Sahara TV. My name is Rudolf Okonkwo. This is the feedback section. This is when we give you the chance to give us feedback on some of the programs we've been presenting to you. Of course, our main show today, we spoke to the former head of state, General Muhammadu Buhari, and he touched on issues from Boko Haram to the celebration of the centenary in Nigeria and corruption in the oil industry. He also talked about writing a memoir. We are going to talk about that, what he said, and what you think about that. We're also going to talk about the delegates to the national conference, which is starting on Monday. It might turn out to be something very important, and it's interesting to see some of the names on the list. People who will be meeting to discuss the fate and the future of Nigeria. So we want to give you the chance to join us and tell us what you think about some of those things. We also spoke to the senator in Borno State on Boko Haram. So whatever you have in mind, we'll give you the chance to talk to us. And at the end of it, we're going to ask you to tell us what is keeping you up at night about Nigeria. So joining us now via Skype, we have Hansen in Geneva. Hansen, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thanks so much, Rudolf.
And from France, we have Louise. Louise, welcome to Sahara TV.
I don't put the back, I put the no.
From Port Harcourt, we have Apolette. Apolette, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you very much.
From the Republic of Georgia, we have Solomon. Solomon, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you very much, Rudolf.
And from London, we have Okay. Okay, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you so much.
All right. Louise, can...
I'm hearing you.
Okay, good. I said welcome to Sahara TV.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So there are some delays on some lines. So like Louise, I think there's a delay. So just when we call her...
No, not the problem. I don't see you. The video is not, your video is not working.
Okay, Louise, that's okay. You will see me when you watch it. Or you can go to Sahara Reporters and then you see this. All right. Let's start with the Buhari's interview. Buhari granted us an interview yesterday and touched on several issues, one of which was the Boko Haram matter. And he said that about his personal security, that the government provides security for him, and he's not worried about being a target of Boko Haram fighters who recently named him as one of their potential targets. Let me start with you, Hansen in Geneva. What do you think in general of the interview, what Buhari said during that interview?
Yeah, to me, the man amused me so much. Okay, he is a man that's supposed to retire, you know, giving advice to the younger generation, you see. But he's still there, looking for, looking for what will enter his pocket and nothing more.
Papa.
How did you deduct that? How did you come to that conclusion, Hansen?
Yeah, because at least, I don't know, sometimes this, disturb me so much. In Nigeria, we have a lot of, talented people
That's when I call
are well educated. Okay.
Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Please, when I call you, you speak. Please don't speak while other person is talking. Someone is speaking on the ground, so please be quiet, okay? Because we can hear you. All right, Hansen, go ahead.
So I mean that in Nigeria we have a lot of educated, talented people who can at least, bring something positive to this country, Nigeria. But sometimes I'm disappointed all the time with the same old cargoes who has been there for many years since independence, who has, contributed to the problem that we Nigerians are facing. The same people all over again. So it's time for them to go and retire, go home, and allow the young generation to, to take over from them.
All right. Louis, let me come to you. What do you think about Buhari? We interviewed him, and he said that in 2011, after that election, he said he would not contest again. But if his associates, if people want him to contest, that he will consider that. What do you think about him running for president in 2015? Louis, can you hear me?
I think Louise is off.
Okay, she's off. Okay. Appellate.
Kalijo now. Kalijo has taken his place.
Okay, Appellate in Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
What do you think about Buhari's interview, or Buhari coming back to run for office?
Well, let me just go back to what you just said before coming to me. You said in 2001, he said he was not going to run again.
Yes.
Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
And now saying if his associates want him to run in 2015, he will run.
Mm.
And this is the same man who is saying that Goodluck is not keeping to his words when he first took over power. Goodluck said he was not going to go for second term. So he's saying that he will do similar thing next year. That's what he's saying. That if his associates want him to run, he will run. But he's saying Goodluck should not run. So why can't he accept Goodluck if Goodluck associates want him to run again for second term? I don't know if you
very interesting. Yeah, I got your point. Okay, let me go to Solomon. Solomon, I asked Buhari during that interview, why did he accept the honor, the award that was given as part of the 100 people that contributed to Nigeria since the beginning of the country? And he said that, and let me read out what he said, that basically that he played a role in Nigeria, and that in the history of the country, his name cannot be taken out, but he accepted the award that he saw it as something that the country is giving to him, not necessarily something that is coming from the president or from the PDP. Were you expecting him to accept the award when his name was mentioned? Solomon, that's for you.
It doesn't.
Solomon. Okay, I think we don't have connection with Solomon now. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, the same question for you. What were your expectations when you heard that Buhari's name was on the list? Did you think that his name should be there, and were you expecting him to receive that award?
Okay, first of all, I must say that when because I watched it on the telly, what my conclusion from what I witnessed was some of Nigerians who were supposed to be there, whose name was supposed to be on the list, wasn't there. So let me come to Buhari's.
Well, give me an example. Who were you expecting that you didn't hear the name?
Actually, I would know why he doesn't work.
There's no particular person I can mention his name. But there are people that are there that was in the first place. I don't know much about. So let me say, maybe when he was a president, I was still. I wasn't
in primary school.
Yeah. Let me put it that way. So, but from what I've heard, anything much I know about Buhari is based on what I read or what I've heard from. So, but I will tell you, I may be wrong, but him receiving what federal government has to offer may not be wrong, understand? But at the same time, someone like Abacha giving the same honor to, I don't know to understand why that could happen in Nigeria. So if Buhari decided to receive as he received, I don't think there's anything wrong in it.
But excuse me, Rudolf, should I come in?
No, wait until I come to you. Okay, are you finished?
Yes, I have.
Okay, all right. Colleague Joe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so we spoke to Buhari. Were you able to watch the interview?
I must tell you the truth. I was listening to that man, and he's talking like someone who's almost dying.
That's not my question.
I know what I'm saying. That's why I said I couldn't pick out word by word. I don't know how you to write down what you were saying.
Okay. I understand that. Okay, so I asked him about Abacha because I think we have to discuss that Abacha award and the reaction that has been following that, because we know that the son wrote a letter to Wole Soyinka. But I asked him if he were the president, would he have given the same honor to Abacha? He went around the question, but basically what he was saying was that Abacha was not tried and was not found guilty, and that they played a role in Nigeria as governors, as whatever position they had in government, and it would be difficult to write the history or the story of Nigeria without mentioning their names. and that if you are giving this kind of award or honor, you have to give it to, it will be difficult to take out, essentially take out somebody's name. So what do you think about that argument?
It's funny for him to say he's not found guilty. Someone that embezzled millions of dollars. We don't need any guilty, we don't need any court to tell us he's guilty. We already found money already in Swiss bank. Even recently, you heard about the one the American government froze the account. Those are already evidence already of the kind of former military dictator we had. So I don't think he wants to answer the question because of his stand on 2015 coming for election. So he's trying to just be neutral. But we all know the truth about Abacha's name there. You can take another name, but that name is just reversing us back to that era where we are before. Although I was growing up then, and I was hearing about, you can't even mention his name in the school. You can't even say bad thing about him. Just show you the kind of leader he was then. So even on radio, when he come online to talk, everyone called to praise him.
All right, let me. Is there anybody that joined us that I have not spoken to? Anybody? All right. Let me come to you, Hansen. Let me deviate a little bit because it's connected to this Abacha's award and the reaction. Soyinka rejected the award because of Abacha and said that it was an insult to have him and Abacha's name mentioned or to receive a kind of award from Nigeria. And Abacha's son wrote a letter that was made public where he was defending the father and basically saying that the father's government was not as bad as people are meant to believe. What is your take? Were you there when Abacha was in power?
Yes, of course, I know when Abacha was in power, but I want to there's something I want to say before I answer your question.
Yeah.
Number one, okay, there is no difference between Abacha and the Buhari and the Babangida and co. Buhari was a man that truncates civilian, democratic elected president of Nigeria. Even Buhari did not deserve to, receive such award. Okay, so when we talk about Abacha, we should talk about Buhari and co. Talk about Babangida, all these people. Okay, these are the people that left us where we are today. So that is the truth. So, but what annoys me sometimes is that sometimes people deviate from the truth. I don't know the reason why. So that is the truth. So when you talk about Abacha, Abacha is not a good man, of course, he's a dictator. He was a dictator. Buhari was a dictator too. He truncated the civilian elected president. So it's the same, there's no difference. Okay? Now, back to your question, of course, Soyinka has every right to reject the award. You got a point, because I could remember when Chinua Achebe was alive, or Obasanjo called him for the same award, something like that, whatever. So, but Chinua Achebe rejected the award because then the economic situation in Nigeria was a hell, So, Wole Soyinka has every right to reject the award. If I should be in his situation, I will do the same. Because the situation in the country is not the time for, jamboree, celebrating, and so on and so forth with the same people that destroyed the country, put us where we are today.
All right, Louis, let me ask you. I don't know when you were when you left Nigeria, but I asked Buhari. I said to him that historians now look at the period when the coup that brought him into power in 1983, and felt that if they had not stopped the Second Republic, that maybe by now our democracy must have been stronger. And he gave an answer that their intervention, that they don't regret it, that they try to stop things and correct things. But unfortunately, that the country is still in the same place where things were when they came in to intervene. Now, let me ask you, what do you think about military government and the role these generals played in Nigeria? Do you think that they deserve the kind of honor that they are being given, or that they should actually be punished for stopping democracy the way they did? Okay, Louis is gone. Okay. Applettes in Port Harcourt.
Yes.
What do you think about the role of these former generals in Nigeria? Do they deserve this kind of reward for basically defying the constitution of the country and coming into power to rule as military men?
Well, you know, I will start with the saying that goes that he who lives in a glass house should not throw stones. You see, these people are actually the reason why we are suffering what we are suffering today in this country. Just like Anson said, if Shagari was not overthrown by Buhari, perhaps today we would have gotten a better democracy. Democracy is something that is nurtured, it grows over time. We keep recalling U.S. democracy. We say it's more than 200 years old, and today they are better. There was a time in U.S. when they had a lot of crises where whites were killing blacks, where blacks were not allowed to establish their full rights in U.S. Now, this is a man who truncated a democratic government. Some years later, coming to say he's a Democrat. I don't know how to balance that. But your question was general. It was not directed to General Buhari alone. I'm sure you were directing it to all the military, past military head of states. Let me digress a little to the issue of whether Abacha deserves an award or not. Just like Anson said, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think any of the military, past military leaders, except General Abdul Salami, I don't think any of them deserves award. I'm singling out General Abdul Salami because he is the reason where we have a democratic government in Nigeria today. If he had decided not to hand over, we'll still be ruled by the military. So he is exceptional. No matter what you want to say he did, whether he stole money or what, that singular act is what gives you and me and hope today, and it's what gives us the pedestal to even sit down and be discussing today. So I don't, if you want, if anybody tells me that IBB deserves an award, that Buhari deserves an award, then I would also accept that General Abacha deserves an award. They all killed, they all maimed, they all stole. Forget about the magnitude of killing, but they all did kill. If you kill one person, it's as well as killing 20 people. If you have the mind to kill one person, you can as well kill as many people as possible. So I don't think anybody, whether Buhari or any past leader past military head of state can come up and say this person was bad because their governments were run based on decrees. And these were the to sit down in their room, decide how to put it to be. It wasn't a clause and where all that. So that's my take. As for Wole Soyinka, well, it's an award. You have the right to accept it or reject it. So he has the right to check if he feels
okay.
okay.
Thank you, Aple. Let me come to you, Solomon. One of the things that Buhari said, I asked why, what is the solution to Boko Haram? You know, what should the government do? And he suggested that the president should sit down with our neighboring countries, Cameroon, Chad, and Niger, and talk about how to secure the border and protect Nigeria from Boko Haram coming in through the border. And then also he suggested that it's impossible to say that all the money that we are spending in military and security operations, that we don't get the fruit of that. So that he thinks that people are incompetent. What is your take about the solution to Boko Haram in line with what Buhari suggested? Do you think that the government has not tried enough, or that they don't know how to try? That's for you, Solomon.
Thank you very much, presenter. Linked to Cameroon, neither is it the problem of Niger Republic. Boko Haram is our problem, and we ourselves know how to tackle the issue of Boko Haram. Know what to do to it to solve this issue that is escalating and claiming the lives of innocent Nigerians on a daily basis. My brother, this thing is political oriented, and it could be solved.
Go ahead, Solomon. Solomon, are you there? Okay, all right. Let me come to you, okay? We were discussing, I know some people touched on that topic, the letter that Sani Abacha's son wrote, and a lot of people are responding to that. And people felt that he was, he kind of wanted to rewrite history. I know that Yemi joined us, so Yemi, I will come to you next, that he wanted to rewrite history. So what is your take on that letter? Were you able to, did you read it, and do you think that it was a fair assessment of Abacha's administration?
Actually, I didn't have the opportunity of reading the letter, but what I would say in effect is this. For Sani Abacha's son to have the right to write back to Soyinka is an indication of how rotten our society have, extent of damage, I mean, corruption have gone. Because someone like Abacha's son wouldn't have been, if, I mean, considering his role, I mean, the role he played when his dad was in power, he was supposed to be behind bar by now. He wasn't even supposed to have the opportunity to write back to Soyinka. So I must tell you that things isn't working the way it should, and so that's all I can say about it.
All right. I will come to you, Kolijo. We move to a different topic, which is the national conference, which is starting on Monday. We saw the list of delegates published. I didn't see Kolijo on the list. But let me ask you, the people listed, were you surprised by some of the names there? And were you confident that these people have what it takes to come up with a solution to some of the problems we have in Nigeria? Kolijo is gone. All right. Yemi, welcome to SaharaTV.
Rudolf, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, good. All right, let me start this discussion with you, Yemi. The delegates to the national conference, the list came out. I don't know if you've seen the list. What do you think about the list? And were you surprised by any name there?
I still stand on my position. This conference is not going to lead to anything positive. I've not seen the list, but I've seen a couple of comments, some articles that these people, they're just selected and they're representing the collective group of people that's really not a representation of the people. We have the House of Assembly that are truly elected people. If they can't do the job, I don't know how somebody that does not actually represent the people, how they can do the job. So it's just, I feel the confab is just a political arrangement in order to get the people's support that is trying to do something to harmonize Nigerians. And what you were talking about the letter, Abacha letter to Soyinka and all those stuff, I think the Nigerian people are even the cause of the problem. 20 billion missed. Nobody is on the streets protesting. This 100-year party they're doing, celebrating, there wasn't any protest. 60 kids were killed in North. I give kudos to the ladies that did all this demonstration in Ekiti, Lagos State, and in London. That's a good thing. But the Nigerian people are actually the problem. They are suffering. They are not. There's no. Everybody's just business as usual. As long as you have a job, you have your water, you have your security. Everybody doesn't care. Business as usual, and they still complain.
All right.
So I don't know how we're gonna.
Hold on, okay? I'll come back to you. Let me go to Hansen. Hansen, let me read you some of the names of people who are delegates to the national conference. These are under the category of statesmen. So you have former Governor Peter Odele, Edwin Clark, Richard Akinjide, Jerry Gana, and Jim Nwobodo. So are you psyched up that these are the people that will figure out the solution to Nigeria's problems?
Anyway, Rudolf, I know quite well you're from Anambra State. You knew what happened with Jim Nwobodo when he was Anambra State governor. Oh, the Anambra State governor. All these people are, they are the same people. That's what I'm saying. They are the same people. These people should go and retire. Clark is an old man. Okay, he was a minister during, I think it was a Yakubu Gowon after the Biafran War. He was one of the ministers during a Yakubu Gowon's regime. He's an old man. They should retire. Okay, these people, like, we don't need them anymore because these are the same people that put every one of us, you know, into all these situations. We knew what happened. We knew what it did concerning Igbo's interest in so many ways. Okay, so these people, they should just go and allow new generation to. That's why I asked you a question before this this program. Why can't you go out and contest? We are going to support you.
No. All right, let me go to more serious people. Applet, let me ask you. You are in Port Harcourt, and Rotimi Amaechi, the governor there, didn't go to the centenary celebration because he was trying to, what did he say? He was trying to get back at the president for not coming to Port Harcourt. Now, is your state sending people to the national conference, and do you think that they are going to represent your interest?
Well, I think I went through the list. I saw a few people sent from Rivers State. I think 2 people, and they say they are yet to nominate the lady. Sorry, let me get your question. You said, are they sending and what?
Yeah, are they sending people? Have you seen the list of people that Rivers State is sending?
People.
Are you confident that they will represent you? They will speak for you?
Well, first of all, I want to start by saying that I believe in the confab. Ever since I was a kid, I was very political, even as a young person. I can remember that then you will see on newspaper people saying there should be national confab, there should be national confab. For the first time, Goodluck Jonathan had the courage, because what's his name? Obasanjo didn't even want to hear about national confab. Goodluck Jonathan had the courage to convene national confab, and people are saying it is not worth it. Now, I can remember a lot of people were saying that was the solution to Nigeria's problem. I am surprised that the same people are saying they don't want it now. Now, I'm back to Rivers State sending delegates. Well, the names that were mentioned there, they are not very popular names, so I don't really know much about them. But I want to believe that every Nigerian who is enlightened can contribute to the development of this nation. Okay. I don't have to be a past minister or a past governor. Well, being a past minister or being in government gives you a ground, like you have experience. But even as a Nigerian, the experience you have had as a Nigerian are enough to make you state your point when it comes to agreeing to stay as one country. So I think it's very, very important. Let us not conclude because of the quality of people who have there. Let us not conclude that it's not going to give positive results.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, Solomon.
My only problem with the confab is the amount of money I'm hearing. $7 billion. This is my only problem.
7 billion naira.
It is the money they want to chop.
It's in dollars. That's my problem. The money they are spending to call. That's my only problem with it. And I'm asking, what kind of food are they going to be eating or what? I don't know. That's my only problem with it.
Probably they have to stay in a hotel and they feed them and transport them. We don't know. But that's a good point. Thank you so much. Let's go to Solomon. Let's go to Solomon. Yeah, Solomon. Have you looked at the list, and do you feel that the people on that list can do the job? Solomon is gone. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about the delegates? Are they just aspired politicians and aspiring politicians? What do you think?
They're just collective men of special interest. That's the way I see it. So I do not believe that those people have interests of Nigerians at heart. If I should, in my own opinion, it's just a waste of money, because in the first place, what they are going for is already. I learned that at the end of the day, that everything they discuss will still come back to Mr. President's table. So, if you look at some of the things that are going there to discuss, let's think about this. If they are going to talk about, there are certain things that they were asked not even to mention, to discuss about. Example, like the future of Nigeria. If Nigeria is to be divided, that shouldn't be talked about. So what does it mean? Is it predetermined, like it has already been decided on what should be discussed and what not to be discussed? So is that a national conference? Is that how things should be done? Look at here in England. Scotland, that is just a population of about less than 4 million people, are trying hard to succeed from United Kingdom. Why are they doing that? Because they believe that if they should be on their own, it's going to help them a lot in bringing democracy down to the grassroots. Because this is what people, if you think about how many, our population, I'm not talking about those of us that are outside the country, those that are still in Nigeria. If you think of how many we are, that kind of government that we're practicing.
Okay. Sorry, okay, I have to stop you because we have another program coming up and we have to really round up. Let me just go to each of you briefly. Just tell me what's keeping you up at night. I'll start with you, Hansen, in Geneva. Hansen, what's keeping you up at night?
Anyway, it's this issue of national comfort, because what is paining me is that after everything, after spending the whole money, they will go back to National Assembly. Instead of them to throw it open for the people to vote, but they will go back to National Assembly and truncate the whole thing. So it's really disturbing.
Okay, all right, thank you. Appellate, what's keeping you up at night?
Well, my only problem with this country is the fact that when we who are not in government today complain of corruption, the corruption is likely, or will I say, it's like imbued. That is my only problem. So I keep dreaming. I say, when will we get out of this corruption? Because even those complaining today, if you make them leaders tomorrow, they will have the same problems. So sometimes I wish God can just wipe out Nigerians from 5 years old.
All right. Sorry. Okay. What's keeping you up at night?
I'm not too much. I'm just watching television.
All right. Thank you so much. Yemi, what's keeping you up at night?
I am sleeping very well. I'm in Canada. I'm sleeping very well. But however, Nigeria 2015 is keeping me up at night. I don't understand why Nigerians that are suffering are still supporting this administration and still thinking of voting them for 2015. Vote APC 2015 and let's say goodbye to PDP and let's...
all right, thank you.
With those corrupt leaders.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. I want to thank Hansen in Geneva, Louise, who briefly joined us from France, Appellate in Port Harcourt, Solomon in Georgia, Okay in London, Kolijo in Canada, and Yemi in Canada. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So keep watching and we'll bring you more of our programs today.